G'day team, this is Jeremy Britton, 24-hour wealth coach down on the beach in sunny Queensland, Sunshine Coast in Australia. I started my first business when I was 19 years old, and I've had many businesses over the last few years, and I've coached many business owners on their business. And a lot of the time you end up coaching the business owner themselves because their business is a reflection of how they're going in their own personal life. So if their health is not great, if their relationship is not great, if another area of their life is not great, it's going to show up in their business. Now, you might be wondering sometimes who's coaching the coaches, who's looking after these people who are looking after me, and where do the coaches go to get some of their coaching? And I'd just like to give a little shout out today to one of my coaches. I have many coaches and many mentors, and one of my coaches is Susan Bauer, who comes all the way from California. Now, Susan I've been working with for several months now, and she does a very interesting thing which is a little bit difficult to explain, but if you can imagine, if you've done any acting, if you've done any neuro-linguistic programming, if you've done any of these sort of body and mind things, you'll find that moving the body in a different way, moving the face in a different way, will have an effect on your mind. Next time you're depressed, start looking up in the sky and smiling really big and see how hard it is to actually stay depressed. It just cheers you up. When you get very intensely into this area, as Susan has done for the last 20 years, getting into the body and mind control, you start to look at areas such as meditation, such as yoga, and moving the body in such ways that actually brings a different spiritual perspective, not just the mental perspective. As I've faced problems in my own life, in my own business, then I need a new perspective because I can't solve my own problems. Susan doesn't solve all my problems as well, but she definitely gives me a different perspective to look at my problems and look at those challenges and say, okay, from a different level, from a different physiological level, from a different mental level, from a different spiritual level, how would I tackle this problem? Because I would tackle this issue differently, this traffic jam I would tackle differently if I was sitting down in the car, not knowing which way is clear, as opposed to if I was up in a helicopter and had a clear bird's eye view over everything. I changed my perspective by coming down to the beach. I also changed my perspective by talking to wonderful coaches. So thank you to Susan, and absolutely recommend Susan Bauer. Body, mind control, spirituality, and definitely gaining a different perspective on how you can solve all of your own life problems, whether it be relationships, business, health, whatever else comes up for you. It's absolutely essential for you to look at your own issues with a different perspective and also talk to a coach who has a different perspective on your issues as well. Thank you, Susan. Much respect.